Hey everybody, Daniel here in a hotel room in Tulsa, Oklahoma. What I'm going to show you is the predecessor, sort of a warm-up exercise that you should do in advance of what I call the A-B motion in the German grip. And the exercise, well, the A-B motion essentially consists of two things, and I don't have a stand for my pad, but if we assume this is the drum pad and we did taps, right? Part one, we lifted and dropped the stick. So if we take this motion and we simply take it to its logical conclusion, we drop below the surface of the pad, you can see how the stick just falls. And again, all the movement or motion is coming from the wrist, and when the stick falls, you see it do like a little bobble. And the reason, again, we're looking for that bobble is that we want there to be no tension whatsoever. This thing just completely falls in a natural way, then we lift it back up, okay? So you see how this motion that you've already worked on relates to this motion, okay? Now when combined, and you'll see with this idea of the arm, step one, and then here, step two, we activate this elbow and we drive down. This is what the arm is doing, and you see how the wrist falls as it's doing that. I have a crazy light here that's going on and off and doing all kinds of nutty things. Crazy lamp. Anyway, so the idea, eventually we take this concept, and you'll see when you watch that video, and this is the A-B motion, and when we come down again, we lift. So to prepare us for that, what I want you to do is to simply let this drop and lift it up again, and just practice feeling what it feels like to let the stick completely fall like a tree in the forest, with just purely the force of gravity behind it. Watch, I'm holding it up a little higher. I want you to hold it here at about your 90. If your pad was, in all the same positions, you'd be in your neutral position, pad being 1 to 2 inches below the hand. I'm just holding it up so you can see. But this is the idea, that you really learn how to let it fall, that you do not do this. See the difference? I'm pushing down here. A lot of people, when they get into the A-B motion, they are tense and they push the stick down. The idea is to let the stick drop. So just practice this, set your click to 50, and just practice letting this thing drop and get used to it. This is what I'm going to call, as we move forward, the release in the German grip. The release happens in the hinge, and when we set up things like strokes and other combinations of strokes and taps and things down the road, this idea of being able to feel this absolute release, drop, no tension here is going to become extremely important. So it makes some sense to work on it for a bit on its own before you apply it to what I call that A-B motion. The crazy light just went on again. All right, so that's it. Warm up, practicing the release in the German grip, the wrist release. That will end up being a part of everything from strokes to the molar motion, all of that stuff. So this release will be a huge part of all of that. All right? Have a great one.